Unusual that Thomas Swain is not here. Maybe he's resolved. Unusual that Thomas Swain is not here. Maybe he's resolved. No, I got it. I've got to mute that. It's muted. Huh? Yeah, it does that. That's why I try to check it first because it's extraordinarily distracting when it suddenly happens. Okay, here comes everyone. Good morning. I'm this person. I do want to welcome everybody to court this morning. And I will go ahead and just kind of get some basic information. I'm going to make sure that I've checked everybody in. I was watching as people were logging in, and I did want to go ahead and start on the Aditi Gupta case with Kelly McMahon's firm and Mr. Matson. Mr. Matson, can you get on the screen and just let everybody know who you are?
Morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for the City of Temple.
Okay. And I did notice Ms. McMahon log in right at the beginning, and so I will go ahead and get y'all started while I explain to everybody else what's happening, since I know many of you, including Ms. McMahon, have definitely heard it before. Okay, so I'll move y'all over to that breakout room. So today we're on Zoom by agreement. And again, I am Judge Person, and I do welcome everybody to court this morning. This is the Temple Municipal Court, and we do this by agreement. It's still a very convenient way to get things, relatively resolved. Not everything gets resolved this way, but there's a lot that we can touch on and work on in this convenient way. If you would prefer to have a live setting and just in and meet with a person here, let me know that and I can reschedule you. That's not a problem. Otherwise, I assume that you're agreeing to do things this way and that we will just work together on the sticky parts of getting paper back and forth. So I did want to kind of check in, and there were just a few numbers and faces that I couldn't quite identify. So if I could just ask this, Victor Milla, could you just unmute for a moment? Good morning. Can you unmute?
Hello.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Fine, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Listen, I just wanted to check in with you. Is that your name?
Victor Mila, yes.
Okay, and this is your case or somebody else's case?
I have a hearing for a speeding ticket, Judge. I'm not sure if I'm at the correct meeting.
Okay, well, I mean, we should have sent you the correct link. So give me a moment. I'm just going to check on that and see. Is it under your name, Victor Milla?
Yes, Your Honor.
Milla?
Yes.
I'm not finding you in my system, Mr. Milla. Let's see. Could there be a different last name, or could we have perhaps a hyphenated name?
Well, the ticket was written under my first name, which is Luciano, Luciano.
Okay.
Maybe you have it as a last name.
That's possible. Yes, we do. There it is. Found it.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you. I have you as Victor Armstrong Luciano.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just look and see why that hasn't been changed yet. Give me just a moment. I did find it, and it is a speeding ticket, and it is set for today. Thank you for your assistance. And yeah. Because I don't have that language. So he's going by Victor Nilla. So I don't know. I think that perhaps Zena could help us with that. Okay, Mr. Matson, let's stop for just a moment and go ahead and check in with you and Ms. McMahon. And this was the Gupta case. And if I could just see where we are with that matter.
Your Honor, Ms. McMahon's going to take an offer back to her client. If we could reset, that'd be great.
Are we resetting to Zoom?
Yes, please.
Ms. McMahon, I have June 24th.
Okay,
Is that date appropriate for you?
yeah, that should work, and hopefully we even have it resolved before then, but
Well, you never know. And this
yeah.
is a backstop. And is there anything else we need to check in with you about? I don't have anything else listed.
No, that's all I have.
Okay. With the thanks of the court, you are free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Matson, I'm going to move you forward, actually with Andrew Wolf on the Tara Putnam case. Mr. Wolf, can you get on screen and unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. Let me send you over to that breakout room. And you folks will have an opportunity to check in. So Mr. Miller will be with you shortly as well. Thank you for helping me figure out your file. I now have it pulled.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're ready. And I did still note your time of logging in. And so you'll be seen at that time, which
Thank
is coming right up. And then if I could, I wanted to check in. There was a phone number that I did not recognize. And it's
Christopher
a 254 area code.
Christopher
No.
Scott Jones.
Not, yes, Mr. Calhoun, Christopher, let's
Scott
see,
Jones.
what's the last name?
Jones, Jones.
Yes, I have you down. Thank you very much. But I did want to check in. Thank you very much.
No problem.
See. I was actually going to also ask, there's a gentleman wearing kind of a yellow green shirt and yes, you're waving. Can you just give me your name? That would be great.
Dennis Johnson.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be with you shortly.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge Person,
Yes.
this is Manuel Laukoser. Mr. Johnson is the corporate rep for Hacienda Builders, Inc., and I'm making an appearance for Hacienda Builders, Inc.
Thank you. I have you down.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Johnson, will he go into that breakout room with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, that's coming right up. So I'll move you all together at that point.
Thank you,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. I
Yes,
did
ma'am.
have him down as the representative and I didn't have his phone number. So all of that is now all connected. We're good.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. I did want to say to folks, for folks who have not been here before, it's helpful just to kind of know your options. So, and I'm going to talk about that for a few minutes because I just had one person on that was just going to talk to me alone today, and that person is not here. So maybe they'll come in shortly, unless Christopher Clayton, do you happen to be here? Okay, well, we'll see. You never know. So I do want to let you know this is a Class C court, and the items filed here, cases that are filed here are Class C offenses. If a person were to be found guilty, the sentencing here is fines and costs. And there is sometimes as judge, if I'm sentencing someone to fines and costs, I need to look at their financial consideration. None of the cases right now before me on this pretrial docket are really at that phase, and that may or may not happen. But I do want to let you know what things look like when they proceed forward through the court. So this morning, most of the cases, in fact, all of them right now, are pretrial cases, meaning that they're going to head toward trial. Now, some cases might resolve. You never know. They could. And some cases will not go to trial. It just kind of depends on the case. And I don't know the facts or details of your case. It's not really appropriate for me to prejudge or make an opinion about the cases beforehand. This is really a meeting with the prosecution. Mr. Matson, who moved into the other space and will visit with you, represents the state of Texas and not yourself. So just understand that he works for the party that filed the charge. Often that's the police department. Sometimes it's code enforcement. There's a lot of different types of cases that come before the court. Those persons are, they speak for the state of Texas usually, and generally speaking, he's representing that party. So just be aware that he can't give you legal advice. He's not your representative. In fact, he's on the other side of any trial. Now they're coming back in, and I'm going to pause what I'm telling you, because I do want to check in. Let's see, Mr. Wolf and Mr. Matson, this was the Putnam case. So if y'all could just give me a check-in on that. There are a few cases before the court. Where are we with regard to the Putnam cases?
Your Honor, Mr. Wolf is going to take an offer back to his client, so if we could reset these cases as well, that would be great.
Okay. Mr. Wolf, if I'm rescheduling, will that go to is your preference for the Zoom docket? And I have June 24th.
Both of those would be great, Judge. And I'm not sure what's going on with my video, but I am here.
I recognize your voice, and it's better to have voice. If you have to choose, I'd take voice over visual. So
Right.
on this
I'm not a cat.
on this platform. Yeah. No, nor are you a Dark Knight. Okay. So I will reschedule you for June 24th, and we'll send that to the email that we have on file for you. Do you have anything further that you need to address with the court, Mr. Wolf?
No, ma'am.
Then with the thanks of the court, you are good to go.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you. And you too. And Mr. Matson, I'm moving you forward with the law firm of Todd Koch. And the attorney that is here for that law firm is Jada Fairley. And Jada Fairley, if you could unmute, then I will move you over. And y'all have actually two clients, I believe. One is Kulwant Singh and the other is Ravi Sankara.
That's correct, Judge.
Thank you. I'll move you over to that meeting with Mr. Matson.
Thank you.
Thank you. So just kind of back to what I was saying, we all have the opportunity to have an attorney represent us in the Class C court setting. It is an attorney of our choice. It's not an appointed attorney, and there's a long legal reason why that is the status right now of the law. But just if you find, and we're kind of getting late in the game, but if you find that you're wanting to hire an attorney or at least consult with one before you move forward, you'll need to let me know. And the way that you do that is just say, Judge, I need some time, and I'll know what that means. And what happens at that point is I reschedule your case. You come back on another date, sometimes with an attorney, sometimes without. It's your decision at that point, whether you hire a person or simply seek advice. But once you enter a plea and that plea is accepted by the court, you've waived the right to counsel. So just be aware, and people do that, but that they waive that right at times. It's not unusual, but since we're here talking, I thought it would be a good idea for you to know when that's happening. The next thing I want to let you know is that in a Class C court, if you plead guilty, you're admitting an offense. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting an offense, but you're not denying it either. It's like a neutral, not contesting plea. If you've been online and read about that, sometimes people call it nolo contendere. It simply means not contesting, no contest. If you plead no contest or you plead guilty, that case will move into sentencing. And right now, today, I don't have any cases before the court that do that. When a person does that, there are dismissal options available at that point. There are 4 types. One is if the matter is something that the law recognizes compliance for. That means you would bring it up to date and gain a dismissal at that point. I tried to highlight those with folks. If they plead guilty or no contest, I'm supposed to be reminding them. It just depends on the type of case. Registration is a really good example where a person gets a registration ticket. If they get their registration up to date for their first court date or their extension date, they can often gain a dismissal of that charge. So if you have questions about that, I'm allowed to answer those questions about how that works. If I can't answer a question because it's legal advice, I'll let you know. So if you have questions, or Mr. Matson, you may ask, and if we're allowed to answer, we will. If I'm not allowed to answer, or the prosecution, Mr. Matson, if he is not allowed to answer, both of us will explain what's happening with that. Okay, so don't be shy about your questions. Just know that we answer the questions we're allowed to, and then if it's considered to be legal advice, we're not supposed to answer that just because it's a conflict to be doing that. So we'll honor that and make sure we don't cross the line. Now, the second dismissal option on pleas of guilty or no contest is if a person qualifies for and completes a driving safety course option. And generally speaking, Texas drivers can do that for moving violations. It saves you money. It keeps it off your record. Every ticket has a court cost and a fine. So if you called and said, how much is this ticket? And the clerk said $285, part of that ticket is a court cost and part of that ticket is a fine. And if you pay the court costs, and they're not cheap, they range from about really $145 to $160 or $170. With that option, you pay the court costs, and then you have a window of time to turn in a driving course and a driving record. If you get the course and the record in on time, you gain a dismissal, and the fine, which you didn't pay yet, it's on hold. It gets waived. So that's a particular program under the law to incentivize that folks, take a class every now and then. As drivers in Texas, if a driver has a citation issued in their name, we're in a higher statistic for having an accident in the future as a group. And so it's an incentivization program that is designed to help folks just kind of get updated on their skills. So you're welcome to ask about that. I look automatically, if you're pleading guilty or no contest, the law charges me with doing so. I don't do that and shouldn't be doing that if we're not in a sentencing situation. But on guilty or no contest, I do that. If you have some general questions about it, Mr. Matson could probably answer those questions, and I probably could, and our clerks probably could. So let me know about that if you have questions. The third option is called a deferred disposition. And it's kind of what it sounds like. Deferred is a word that just means to delay. Disposition is a word that means to finalize or to make final. And the court, if a person asks for a deferred disposition in a Class C court, they're actually allowed to ask the judge directly for that deferral, or they can ask the prosecutor and yourself or that person can come to the judge with a deferral agreement. If y'all have an agreement as to a deferral and you bring it to me, I'm very likely to sign off on that and grant it. What that looks like is a period of time and a piece of paper. So the period of time is usually, it's up to 6 months. It can be arranged in there somewhere, and there'll be listed things for the person to do. We sort out how they're going to pay for their ticket. We sort out whether they have a driving course due or not, or a driving record due or not. Sometimes there's a picture or a document or a record or a course. You also need to keep your address current in those situations and not get more tickets and not get arrested and not get warrants. Usually it's about 4 months, 3 to 4, sometimes up to 6. At that point, at the end of the deferral, which it will have a date on it that tells the date that it ends. As long as the person has done the things that are checked off on their form, on their court order, their case gets dismissed. So it is a known outcome. Class C courts are different from higher level courts. In Class C courts, you're actually allowed or able to ask the judge for a deferred without going through the prosecutor. When you get to Class B courts and above, you have to go through the prosecutor to do those deferreds. And so there's a little bit of a difference between the two. And if you've ever watched, I don't know, court TV or seen a friend over at the county level or the felony level, if you've witnessed those proceedings, they'll bring those agreements up to the judge and the judge will sign them. You can do that here, or you can ask the judge directly with a plea of guilty or no contest. So that is a dismissal option. We actually have 4, and that's the third one. And then the final one is if you are in high school or middle school, we have a teen court program, and it works a little bit like a deferred in that there are things that the person needs to do to get the dismissal. It's a little bit different because it is for our young people who are enrolled in school, high school or middle school, or a GED program. And if that person appears before the court, I don't wait for them to ask. I'm a little bit pushy. If they plead guilty or no contest, I kind of urge them to take teen court because it is actually a pretty good deal for them and also protects their record just a little bit more, which can be important when you get older and you look for jobs, or can be important because there's a public safety issue or a record issue, or in some cases, you know, there could be other types of issues that we try to address with teen court. So those are the dismissal options that I have available from the court. I thought it would be good for you to know. Now, moving into trials, cases that are not resolved will head to the trial docket. And we do that here in the courtroom. We can't do that on Zoom. It's not authorized by law and doesn't work particularly well when we've tried it in the past when we were authorized to do it. So, you know, it's the best way to get your rights afforded would be here in the court. And so we do that here. So that would be the next step after today. We would start bringing you in to sign some paperwork and either set a bond or we'll do probably some kind of appearance bond. It depends on the circumstances. And then I'm looking at your financial situation, but not to sentence you, but in order to see what bond is appropriate for the person, for their case. And that's pretty quick conversation and a pretty quick set of papers. And then we schedule trial. Now, we all have the right to have 6 people. In a Class C court, it's 6 people instead of 12. But we have the right to have those 6 people come to the court, make a selection from a group, have them take the stand called the jury stand, and hear the case and make a decision as to whether or not a person is guilty. And you don't have to do anything special to get that right. It is your right under the law. We're just walking through those process steps now. Okay. So the next step for you is we come into the court and then we look at the opportunity to, you know, what the calendar looks like. We need to schedule, we need to do the bond and the trial setting forms and check in about whether there are any issues that need to be resolved prior to trial, like discovery or things of that nature. And then once we get all of those things sort of squared away, well, then we start working on getting a jury in to hear the case. And, you know, once the jury comes in, we have that trial and we hear from them and we go with what they say at that point, subject to any appeal rights that are triggered by any outcomes. So that's really kind of the 101 for those who aren't licensed. And of course, a licensed person is going to know quite a bit more about the process, but that's kind of a general how things move through the court blueprint. Let's go ahead and check in with Ms. Fairley, excuse me, and Mr. Mattson. And I don't care which case y'all want to start with. It looks like we have Singh and Sakara. So where are we?
Your Honor, on Singh, we're going to reset, please, so that the offer can be discussed.
Okay. From the Tkacs firm, Ms. Fairley, am I saying your name correctly, ma'am?
Yes, Judge, you are.
Okay, so the reset date I have for Zoom is June 24th. Will that date work for you?
Yes, that'll work.
Okay. So I'm gonna do both cases on that date. And we'll just keep them moving at the same pace.
Judge, on Sankara, we do have an offer or an agreement.
Oh, I'm sorry. So on Singh, it's a reset. And then on Sakara, there's an agreement to
Yes,
final.
there is.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's going to be a 120-day deferral period
Okay,
with a Type 3A certified driving record submitted by day 60.
okay,
And payment of the balance of 254 by day 30.
okay. Ms. Fairley, is that your understanding of the agreement you two have reached?
Yes, Judge.
May I send that to the email that we sent your setting for today and have you print it, sign it, and send it back to us this morning?
Yes, Judge, that'll work.
Okay, then I will create that for Mr. Matson and keep him moving. And since we've done this on a recorded process, I'll go ahead and honor the request, send the order over to you, and we'll look to get that back from you today if possible.
All right, thank you so much, Judge.
You're good to go with the thanks of the court unless you have any further questions or issues or concerns.
That'll be all. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. And I'm actually going to move Mr. Matson forward. And if you don't mind, Mr. Matson, we'll get that order ready over here.
Thank you, Judge.
And so we're going to move to Builders Incorporated, Hacienda Builders Incorporated, and I'll move you over with Mr. Alcazar, but also the representative, Mr. Johnson, excuse me, from Hacienda is also here, and I'll move him over to y'all's meeting. Mr. Alcazar indicated that that would be his preference this morning.
Understood.
Do I understand you correctly, Mr. Alcazar?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Johnson, I'll move you over to that meeting as well. Okay. Sorry, I'm having allergy itchy nose. Excuse me. And so what I'll tell you at this point is we're just kind of sitting tight and waiting for them to come back and, just trying to keep things moving. I know people, don't necessarily want to be in court. But it shouldn't be too long because we don't have a very crowded morning today. Today's pretty good. I'm just going to sit here kind of working. So everybody can kind of relax. Good morning, Mr. Swain.
Good morning, Judge. I'm sorry, I was in county court.
I kind of figured we have a good track record with you. I was thinking that either you were sick or you were at county. So, but it may be a few minutes because there are a few folks ahead of you. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Okay, let's check in on the Hacienda Builders Inc. Cases, please.
There is an offer on the table, Your Honor. Mr. Alcozer is going to take some time to review discovery with his client, so if we get a reset, that'd be great.
That would be fine. Mr. Alcozer, would you be available on June 24th? I'm sorry, sir, you're muted. If you'll
Sorry,
unmute.
Your Honor, the answer is yes.
Okay, great. We'll send that to the email that we sent this meeting to, so that you'll have it in your email. Will that work?
It will, Judge.
Okay, then I will let you go with the thanks of the court, and also Mr. Johnson, thank you for your time. I will let you gentlemen go unless there are further questions or concerns.
No, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Y'all are free to hang up when you're ready. And Kyra Leal, if you could get on screen and unmute, please. Morning. I'm going to move you over to that meeting with Mr. Matson. it feel warm to you? Okay, Mr. Matson and Miss Leal on the Escobedo case. Where are we?
Your Honor, there is an offer on the table. If Ms. Leal could get a reset to discuss with her client, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm looking at June 24th for Zoom. Will that work for you, Ms. Leal?
That's great, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. And do you have anything further that the court needs to address before you go?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, then you are free to go. We'll email that to the email that we have for you on file.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, and you too. Mr. Matson, I'm going to move you forward with Jeanette Cordova, I believe. And if Ms. Cordova, if you can unmute and allow your camera access. I can't see or hear you yet. Maybe turn your volume up perhaps because you are unmuted, but I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Okay, I will move you over to that meeting with Mr. Matson. This is on the following too closely case. We do have, before you go today, I want to just visit with you. There's a payment plan that has gotten behind. It was due March 6th on the no DL charge. And we'll want to kind of, address that before you go today so that it doesn't get out of hand. But for now, let's have y'all visit about the following too closely allegation. Happened the other day. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Mattson, Ms. Cordoba, on the matter of following too closely, where are we?
We have reached an agreement, Your Honor.
Okay,
It's going to be a deferral lasting 120 days with a 6-hour course due by the 60th day of that period and payment of the 234 by the 30th day of the period.
okay. Ms. Cordova, do you feel like you can meet the demands of that deferral?
Yes.
Okay. And we can send that to you through email. If you can print it and sign it and email it back, you wouldn't need to make an additional trip over to the court. Oh, I'm sorry, you're in Dallas. Will that work for you?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Then the payment plan, which is monthly on the 6th, it's $60 behind. Are you able to make that payment today?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is ask that you call, once you hang up, call the clerk's desk perhaps, or you can go online and do that payment online. If you need the clerk to print that and send that to you again so that you have a copy of it, you can email them to the email where we sent the notices from today, or you can call them and check in with them about it. They can make a copy available to you to make sure that it's clear for you. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I will let you go with the thanks of the court and we'll get your signature back today, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving forward, Mr. Mattson, Joyce Sembrick, can you unmute and get on screen?
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
So I'm going to move you over to that meeting with the prosecutor.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This person, she became distracted because another meeting started on her computer. I could hear it. So she might need a little, I don't know what she think she would do today. I don't know. Right at the end, I was confirming her. Yeah. Okay, if we can check in on the Simbrick case. Mr. Matson, where are we?
Judge, I'll be bringing a dismissal by later this afternoon or later this morning. Ms. Sembrick has already submitted proof of a valid placard.
Okay, I can do that with your oral motion since if we have it in the file.
We do.
Okay, we can generate that here and you can move forward. And Ms. Simbrick, once I sign that, we'll email it to your email that we have on file, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're good to go when you're ready.
All right, have a good day.
And you too. And moving forward, now, Mr. Matson, we have
Yes,
Victor
Judge.
we have on our file Victor Armstrong Luciano, but actually his name is I believe Victor Mila. If you look at his ID, it's a little confusing because it's in Spanish and I think the clerk did not change it. So I'm not sure what we'll do there, but we're looking at it. But Mr. Mila is here at this time and he was speaking clearly with me. I don't know that he'll need translation. We'll see. You can decide that. But I will move y'all over to that meeting together. Mr. Mila, I will move you over to that meeting with the prosecution.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. I wonder if I just didn't understand the part at the bottom, so. On his license where it, at the bottom part where it has that name Mila. The word above it, I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't know what it means. No, I know. I don't think it's a controversial thing to say. I apologize. I was muted. Mr. Mattson, Mr. Mila, can we check in on the Mila case?
Your Honor, we do have an agreement for a deferral.
Okay,
The terms are going to be 120 days with payment by day 30.
okay,
And I'm not going to require a course on this one.
okay. I'll approve that. And so that means that the deferral will run until August 20th. And payment by May 22nd. And then just, no more tickets, tickets, offenses, or warrants during the deferral period. Mr. Mila, do you agree?
I agree, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, we'll want to get that agreement in writing, and you'll want it in writing as well. So I will send that to you here shortly, and once you print it and sign it and send it back to us, it'll be in effect. Can you get that done today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can we use the email that we had on file for today's meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that should come your way shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're good to go unless there's anything further that I need to address.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Jones, I'm going to ask for you to unmute on the phone.
For Jones.
Thank you. I'm going to move you over to that meeting that you are having with the prosecutor. And with the phone, sometimes this can be tricky because coming back to this side of the meeting, you will be outside of earshot for me as the judge, but you will meet with Mr. Mattson, who's the prosecutor. Once you're coming back over to visit with me before you go today, I'll need to check in with you. Sometimes that doesn't go smoothly. So if you get disconnected, just dial back in. I'll be looking for you to come right back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, he's moved over. We can ask Mr. Mattson about the Callahan law firm, and then I'll hand it to you. Mr. Marquez is a no-show. Thank you. Mr. Swain, don't panic. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's check in on Christopher Jones' case.
Judge, Mr. Jones is wanting to view discovery,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have to bring that over to the court physically.
Okay.
So I figured if he can just sit tight for a little bit, I can give him that discovery to look at while we have our animal hearing, and then
Oh,
he
that's a
can
good
have a
idea.
discussion afterwards.
Okay, because he is here, right? Okay, that works. Mr. Jones, we're actually have one more person to visit with, and then Mr. Matson will be heading over here. So if you don't mind waiting in the lobby, we'll have that over for you shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Just the lobby here at Temple Municipal Court.
Yes, he'll come out
Okay.
and hand it to you, or have you come in and review it while we have court. We'll come
Okay.
shortly. Okay,
Okay.
probably in about 15 or 20 minutes.
In 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay, thank you. You can
All
hang
right.
up and
Thank you.
we'll come get you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. See you soon. Okay, Mr. Matson, I'm going to move you, and Mr. Swain, he was at county, so we kind of figured, so we'll let y'all visit. Okay, let's check in on the Vargas case.
There is an offer, Judge. If Mr. Swing could get a reset so we can discuss it with his client, that'd be great.
Okay, let's look at June 24th for Zoom. Is that good for you both?
It is.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Okay. Then I'll send that to the email that we have on file and we will see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If not before, I haven't looked, but thank you. Any,
Appreciate it.
thank you. You're welcome. Any questions before everybody goes?
No.
Okay. So we are actually adjourned with that. And so everybody's free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I will see you shortly for that animal hearing.